Uploading invoices to NetSuite. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's a bit like assembling IKEA furniture. Seems straightforward until you're holding an extra screw wondering where it belongs. First, we need to understand how NetSuite handles invoices. Then, we collect the data. Think of it like gathering ingredients for a recipe. Choosing the right format ensures our data isn't rejected like an expired coupon. Lastly, we dodge common errors to keep everything running smoothly. I'm Emma Grace, an IAM expert with 10+ years of hands-on experience designing and deploying identity solutions that scale. I specialize in helping organizations implement secure, user-friendly access controls that reduce risk, meet compliance, and support growth without adding complexity. Welcome to the world of NetSuite, where manual invoice entry is a thing of the past. Imagine trying to type out every invoice. Painful, right? NetSuite saves us from that misery. Uploading invoices means fewer errors, smoother operations, and happier accountants. If we get this right, we'll have more time for coffee and less time fixing data mishaps. Before we start, let's talk preparation. Because jumping in unprepared is like trying to bake a cake without checking if you have eggs. First, we need the right access. Without it, we're locked out like someone forgetting their Wi-Fi password. Then, we prep the data. Think of it like organizing ingredients before cooking. Validating it ensures no surprises. And finally, we check NetSuite settings to avoid last-minute headaches. Before we rush to upload our invoices, let's take a moment to validate the data. Missing fields, that's an invitation to errors. Duplication, well, unless you enjoy double work, let's clean it up. Formatting, a tiny mismatch can cause big headaches. Think of this step as the pre-flight checklist, because trust me, skipping it is like taking off without checking the fuel. All right, folks, it's time to hit the upload button, but not recklessly. First, pick the right method. Not all roads lead to success. Mapping fields correctly. That's like making sure your luggage ends up in the right city. Keep an eye on the progress bar. Watching uploads can be oddly satisfying. And lastly, verify completion, because assumptions don't pay invoices. Oh, errors. But don't panic. Tech problems are basically part of the job description. First, decode the cryptic error messages. We promise they make sense. Sometimes. Then, check the formatting. Tiny mistakes have big consequences. If tech betrays us, connectivity might be the culprit. And once you've debugged, give it another go. Error-free uploads are possible, just not always on the first try. The upload is done, but are we truly finished? Not so fast. Finding your invoices in NetSuite is like finding your phone when it's right there. Accuracy check, because mismatched numbers are nobody's friend. Categorization matters. Misplaced invoices cause chaos. And for the grand finale, run reports, because who doesn't love a good confirmation? All right, folks, before hitting that tempting submit button, let's do a final sweep. First, make sure all sections are neatly arranged, because nobody likes a chaotic presentation. Next, hunt down those sneaky typos. They love making surprise appearances. Then double-check your sources. Accuracy is key. And finally, ensure your visuals aren't just eye candy, but actually make sense. This checklist is your safety net. Use it wisely. Well, we made it to the finish line. Let's quickly wrap up. First, a recap of our biggest lessons. If there's one thing to take away, let it be this. Preparation is everything. Next, what's next? Maybe refining your skills, or prepping for another masterpiece. And hey, don't be shy. Feedback is gold. So, drop your thoughts, and let's keep improving, because learning never stops, right? Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.